Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be having a look at the Dark Trooper from Star Wars The Mandalorian. So I finally managed to get my hands on this. I know quite a lot of other people have managed to sort of get some of these early. And I've seen a couple of reviews which obviously are quite impressive. In terms of the actual box itself, obviously it's one of those sort of... I don't know what you want to class them really as, almost like that sort of... They put this in as that sort of deluxe set. But the image on the front there is very, very nice. It appears to be the actual figure itself. And I think it comes with just this sort of charging port. You've got the image there of the Dark Trooper in a sort of flying pose. How that will work, not quite sure. I'm not the biggest fan of those sort of accessories that they're putting in. But I do like the idea, obviously, of them putting in this sort of charging port that you're getting with this Dark Trooper. However, I would say this was... quite pricey, really, for what it for what it is. I mean, this was sort of probably one of the more expensive deluxe sets, I think. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but I think it was somewhere around about, would I be right thinking, £27, something like that. Quite a lot of money for what you're actually getting. But nice artwork on the front of the box. We'll have a quick look at the back. Okay, so the image obviously on the back is pretty much the same image that they've taken from the front of the packaging. But you've got that obviously nice vintage collection logo. What's nice on these boxes, which I think they have done well, is, you know, that warning information is relatively small. So you've got a really nice vibrant image of the actual Dark Trooper itself. And then there in that sort of bottom-ish left corner, it's showing you the accessories that you get with it. So obviously it looks like you get that charging port. Those sort of flames, or which are meant to be sort of jets, so he can fly. I'm seeing some sort of blaster, and it looks like swappable hands. So nice looking packaging. I'll have one final look at the front. So just one obviously, as I said, one final look at the front. You've got the nice sort of Kenner logo down there in the bottom corner. That warning label in the top right as you look at it, and the 4+ age group. But the image, as I said, it actually does appear just to be a figure as opposed to a still from the film, which is quite a nice touch. So let's get this figure out of the packaging and we'll have a look. Okay, so just wanted to sort of show you what this looks like in the box. Apologies here for the dodgy camera work as I'm holding it. So the Dark Trooper is literally just tucked in there, and then obviously you've got this sort of paper bag with the, what I'm assuming will be the charging port and the accessory. So let's get this fully out of the packaging. Okay, so just to show you very quickly, these, this is obviously the charging port, and this came in that brown paper bag. So just no sort of, no plastic packaging inside of this one at all. And obviously just some assembly is required here. So I just wanted to show you that. And then what we'll do is we'll try and pop it together, put the figure in and have a look. Okay, so here we've got the figure out of the packaging, and I'm going to have to obviously apologise here because, again, I'm sort of filming in, it is daylight here in the UK, but again, it's very gloomy, so I've got this light on, and it's not the best light where I actually do this filming. So apologies for that, but the figure itself, out of the packaging, does look very, very nice. There's not too much to say really about the paint applications. Let's see if we can bring it in. What it does have, if you can see there on that head sculpt, which is quite nice, you got some nice detailing, and it actually has those sort of glowing eyes. So if you look at the back, you got that piece there, which obviously is meant to take the light in, a bit like we had a few years back with those sort of Jawas, I think was in the Power of the Force line possibly. But some really nice detailing, some nice little bit of colouring there. Obviously on the front of his chest plate, you can probably see that it's glinting quite nicely under the light. So it obviously is reflecting very, very nicely. It's sort of that sort of very dark, shiny black, which is really, really nice. So a very good looking figure. In terms of the articulation, obviously this comes with everything that you would now expect. You've got great articulation at the head. You've got articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows. You've got a swivel and a hinge, obviously, in that wrist. In just above the waist. So obviously you've got a good turn there. You've got articulation at the wrists and a hinge at the wrist as well. And then you've got these lovely, again, that sort of butterfly hinge in the hips, which is fantastic. articulation in the knees and at the ankles with the rocker ankle. So really, really good looking figure. In terms of the accessories that you do get with this, I wouldn't say disappointing. What I mean with this, look, the blaster's quite nice and obviously quite an essential piece, just a standard black. You get these swappable hands. I can't even hold them because they're so tiny. I don't know if you can see that, but obviously so you've got the clench fist where you can punch. So you get 2 of those. You can swap those hands out, and then you get 2 of these, which it was showcasing on the front of the box, which are to go into the feet. So if you want to sort of have them in the flying pose, but I think you'd have to probably tie him up somewhere to do that. But a really nice looking figure. Let's bring it in again just so you can see the detailing with the black, and you've got some nice sort of silver bits on there, which hopefully this camera is going to show. On the back, not a great deal of detail on the back, which you wouldn't expect really, because at the end of the day these are just sort of that black figure, that glossy figure. And the other accessory that you do get with it obviously comes with this sort of charging port. Now, what I would say with this is, mine was quite fiddly to put together. I probably, now it sounds really daft, but I probably just had things sort of the wrong way round or whatever, and was struggling to get them in. Again, this camera's not going to show it because of the, oh, there you go, a bit better from that angle. But yeah, I suppose that's a little bit of a gimmicky thing. You would need, I don't know, you'd need obviously a good probably 3 or 4 of these if you were going to create at that sort of wall, where you obviously sort of have these on, you know, these sort of Dark Troopers charging. But obviously at the price point that they are, that is probably not going to be realistic for myself, certainly, and probably most people, because of the price of this set. It is a great looking figure, and the certainly the charging port's nice. The blaster obviously that comes with it, it's decent. The hand's good. Not sure on the on those sort of flame effects, but that's just me personally. So it's a nice looking figure. Price point probably a little bit over the top for what it is. And it's a shame in some ways that they put this in this sort of deluxe pack, because again, I know I talk about it often, but this would have been a great figure to army build, and not just that, also to have, if you are a carded collector, then you probably would want this, although yes, they've given it in this vintage range, it's not on a single name pill card. So is that something that we'll get in the future? Very, very possibly. Is it something that, with the army builder as well, could they easily put this in an army builder pack? Of course they could. But anyway, it is a nice looking figure, a very, very good looking figure. But I would just say for the price point of this deluxe pack, I just think it's a little bit steep for what it is, but great looking figure. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe, please do. There'll be plenty more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions or any queries or want to say anything about the video itself, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. I hope you have enjoyed this video today. Thanks for watching.